Hi, welcome to Healthy Lifestyle with Eraldo, a show dedicated to helping you live a longer and healthier life while giving you the inside scoop on all of the latest fitness, health, and lifestyle trends. And of course, having fun while doing it. So let's get to it. My first guest is making it her mission to help those who suffer from irritable bowel syndrome live a healthy, normal life. Here to tell us how she is doing that is the founder of Casa de Sante, Dr. Onyx Adegbola. Hi, Dr. Adegbola. How are you? Thank you for being here.
Hi, Eraldo. Thank you so much for having me.
It's a pleasure. So I've got a lot of things to ask you, but but let's start with the first question.
Sure.
How did you come up with the idea to start Casa de Sante?
Well, I'm a physician, and I've always been very interested in health and what people put into their bodies, because that's one of the ways we can really have control over illness.
Right.
Most other things that cause illness are outside our control.
Correct.
But the food we eat is something that we can control. And a sibling of mine had IBS and was put on the FODMAP diet. And that diet has a number of restrictions, a number of things that you can't eat. And he was finding it difficult to get products that he could eat. But the diet was helping him a lot and improving his IBS. But the problem with staying on the diet was finding something to eat. And so I started Casa de Sante so that people like him can get relief from irritable bowel syndrome on the low FODMAP diet.
Okay, so define for us what is IBS and what are some of the symptoms?
Sure. So IBS is known as irritable bowel syndrome. About 10 to 15% of the U.S. population suffers from it, and it's the second most common cause of absenteeism in the workplace. It's basically a syndrome where people get tummy problems like bloating, constipation, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. And it is caused, there are many causes, but one of the causes is eating fermentable carbohydrates, which are known as FODMAPs, that cause problems.
That was my next question. Yeah, what are FODMAPs?
Yeah, so that's quite a tricky acronym, right?
Right.
So FODMAPs stand for they're fermentable carbohydrates. And what happens is that these carbohydrates, when they're eaten, in some people, instead of being digested and getting into the blood and out of the stomach, they stay in the stomach. They're broken down by the bacteria that is in the stomach. Sort of like you put yeast in beer, and it breaks down beer, and then what you end up is with gas, and that gas causes the bloating and constipation and cramps and pain, and so you basically, in this type of people, you want to decrease the amount of this fermentable carbohydrates known as FODMAPs in the diet.
So how quickly do people find relief once they switch to the FODMAPs?
So for people with IBS, the diet is a three-stage process. So you have the first phase, which is elimination phase, where you just remove all the FODMAPs from the diet, and it's 2 to 6 weeks. And that's sort of a time when you try and figure out, what is, you sort of want to get relief before you start introducing things back, which is the reintroduction phase. And usually people get relief within the first 2 weeks. Maybe maybe even really early. Exactly, it varies for each individual. But they have to make sure that they stay on the diet.
They stay on the diet. So you obviously brought some products here that we want to show. Can you just tell us a little bit about what you brought here for our viewers?
Yeah. So we sell a number of products for people on the diet. We have a salsa. All of our products are clean label. They're all natural, no additives, preservatives, or fillers.
Or artificial coloring and all that, right?
Exactly, none of the bad stuff.
So,
and then they're also all laboratory tested. So we send them to Australia. They're tested by they're tested by a certifying body, and they're certified to be low in FODMAPs. So if you have problems with digestion, you can eat these with confidence.
Oh, good.
And then, so we have a salsa.
Salsa, yes.
It has no onion, no garlic. Because onion and garlic is a major trigger on the low FODMAP diet for a lot of people. So it's a great salsa.
Oh, cool.
And the same, we also have a curry. It's also no onion, no garlic, like all our products. We have our salad dressings. We have granolas, and we have spice mixes as well.
And all of these, you've had these for a while, right?
Yep. They're very popular.
Very popular?
Yeah.
So people, you said that it takes about a couple of weeks for people to see results?
Yeah, at least a couple of weeks.
A couple of weeks, right? Have there been individuals that have had like results instantly?
Yeah, it could take in a few days. They could
few
have
days?
they could have results in a few days. For example, one of the FODMAPs is lactose,
Okay.
which is found in milk.
Which is a lot, right, for a
Yeah,
lot of
found in
people.
milk,
Right, a lot of
exactly.
people say they're lactose intolerant because of that, right?
Exactly, exactly.
So are there sometimes, I understand that, because I have a little bit of IBS myself, and it can get really uncomfortable.
Yep.
So, I mean, and there's a lot of products over the counter that you can get, but sometimes those things don't work. So this obviously will help with that to alleviate some of the issues?
Absolutely. So when you go on the low, it sounds like about 70 to 75% of people with IBS get relief from the low FODMAP diet. So when they get on the low FODMAP diet and they remove the FODMAPs from their diet, like onion and garlic, milk, wheat, which actually not because of gluten, which is a protein, but because of the fructans in wheat, and they can have issues. And they remove all those, and then even some erythritol, some sugars, high fructose corn syrup, and all those things from their diet. They can get relief pretty quickly on the diet, yes.
All right. So I don't want to stay away from the subject, but you have an amazing resume, by the way. I just wanted to touch base with you. You're a mother of triplets.
Yes.
You used to work you're an executive at a pharmaceutical company, and you started this, and you've been also a physicist. I mean, that's amazing. I just wanted to make sure that our viewers know exactly how much you have accomplished. But just to get back to Casa de Sante, where can people get more information on your product?
Yes, so you can go to our website, which is casadosante.com.
Okay.
We have, not only do we have our products there, we have resources for people with IBS and on the low FODMAP diet. We have apps that they can use to track their food and symptoms.
Right.
We have meal plans and
you have the
cookbooks.
whole 9 yards.
Exactly, and all free.
All
so
free.
This is a great resource for people with IBS.
Dr. Adegbola, thank you very much for being here. It was
Thank
a pleasure.
you.
Okay, all right, guys, still ahead. Talented chefs and musicians from around the country are teaming up to support veterans and their families. Find out how when Healthy Lifestyle returns in just a moment. Stay tuned.